I think men need two things to thrive, and we lack both of these in the modern world. Number one is shared proximity to kindred people, and number two is a shared mission with those people. This is what creates a sense of brotherhood. And in fact, if we reflect on our own lives, the places that we had the most joy, well-being, sense of purpose is usually when we were on a sports team, we were in a college fraternity, or we were in the military or some place where we had shared accommodations and a shared mission with other people. This is what we need to recreate in our lives. And the first step to doing this is isolating one goal out of the million and myriad of things you could do and finding one kindred person to do it with you. If you take anything from this video, take this to heart. Whatever you do, stop trying to do it alone. I am so sick of the solo entrepreneur, solo self-improvement, the solo grind set. This atomization is killing us and it's being perpetuated by the internet. And fuck that. It's limiting your potential in every way. And this is the plague of our world. Men divided will never stand for anything, nor will they build anything beautiful. I've spoken of this in so many videos at this point, and that is men bond shoulder to shoulder. We don't necessarily need more barbecues, more beers on Saturday, or watching another sports game. What we need is a shared mission, a shared goal, because without a shared goal, it becomes every man for himself. This is why we don't really know our neighbors, or we rarely see our friends, is because we're not working towards something together. When in all of human history, men had the hunt, we had the war, the project of building the house or building the village. And once tribal living ended, men still had salons, symposiums, aristocratic societies, brotherhood groups that they would meet up and build things with each other. We have always done this, but this is a lost art in the modern day. And that's why we need leaders like yourself to choose one thing and find one person to do it with you. Basically, clubs are what we all need to build first if we want to rebuild civilization or a great business or really anything. Basically, a leader is someone who sees a problem or a vision and bands people together around it. And we are literally in a leadership epidemic. And the only people who really lead are entrepreneurs. And that's great. I love entrepreneurs because they demonstrate agency. But entrepreneurship is usually uniting dissimilar people tied together for money. A club is something different than a business, and we all need to be club maxing again, my friends. You see, a club could make money, but that's not the stated intention of it. A club is about identifying a goal and bonding with other people through the pursuit of it. Basically, what I've seen in my life, my friends, is the goal doesn't matter as much as the relationships you build on the way there and who you become in the pursuit of it. This is why don't get lost in perfectionism of finding your grand dream, your grand mission before you set out. And just choose something you're passionate about and start building the team that will be capable of achieving greater visions. Because here's the thing. The only way out of the mire of modernity and all of these problems we face, whether it's economic, social, political, personal, meaning crisis, all of these, the way out of this mire is building highly aligned teams who are capable of greater action and bringing forth new flourishing towns and communities. This is what I see, and this is why teamwork is everything. Basically, clubs are what we all need to build first if we want to rebuild civilization or a great business or really anything. And we have one thing seriously going for us in the modern world, and that is filtering. You see, if you wanted to start a club or a project or a business at any time in human history before about 20 years ago, you were stuck with Johnny and Tommy down at the pub or whoever you went to college with. But in today's world, I can make a video like this and reach 10,000 people, highly aligned people who share my feelings and thinking and vision. Basically, we have the opportunity to filter billions of people through the internet and through our even local environments to find the ones who are highly aligned with us. For instance, I'm currently renting a house here in Mexico, and someone from the Men's Academy and his friend came out to meet me, and we're staying here for a month. And moving forward, I'm renting houses for a month at a time throughout Central America and South America where it's affordable, and inviting entrepreneurs from my network and also men from the Men's Academy to come stay with us for free. And I do this because I am dedicated to building brotherhood and actually organizing people around a shared project. But to get here, I didn't start at, we're going to create a nomadic brotherhood and travel the world. I started at, what is one thing I can do that is meaningful to me, I'm passionate about, and how can I involve other people with me. So there's 1,000 problems with starting anything, especially a community, and it grows so slow, like a YouTube channel, a business, a club. You could go for years without seeing much results, but then everything starts to happen all at once as you break through that momentum period and grow exponentially. So I encourage you to start building your wolf pack now. Your inner circle is worth its weight in gold. And guess what? If you got a successful career, a successful business, a successful life, but you aren't doing it with people you love and are deeply bonded with, you, my friend, are unsuccessful in the end, because that's what we all really want. So, in terms of finding my people and in terms of you finding your people, the first thing I have learned to filter for is agency. Hear me out on this. Heart, vibes, values, vision, it's all important. But if a man doesn't have agency, agency, he is worthless to the team. So I have two friends that I love so dearly, and they are gifted and talented far more than me in many ways. But they fail to execute on what they say they will do. They will have a passion, a project, or a vision, but nothing ever gets done in the long term. And it basically nullifies their capacity to grow with me, to build with me. It makes me so sad. But many of you face this with your friends too, is a lack of agency. And this is why I look for agency first. How do I hold this mic? Trying to adapt all my setups. But what is agency and can it be taught? On a recent Chris Williamson podcast, agency was described super well by this analogy. If you were stuck in a third world prison, sweating your brains out like me right now, and you had a one-minute phone call, who would you call? And who wouldn't you call? Because that person would have to go through 200 very uncertain steps of talking to ambassadors, giving bribes, and breaking noses in order to get you out. That person is high agency, and only a man who has some of that quality could ever be effective on a team. And for all the therapists out there, listen closely right here if you want to understand men in general. Deep down, men are built to be on teams for the hunt, the war, the project, and being valuable to a successful team or tribe is what makes male psychology happiest. This is why agency is so important for men to develop, or else they are worthless to a team. And this creates misery, depression, resentment, and generally an unfulfilled life. Not all men need to be leaders, but the vast majority of men need to be valuable, need to feel valuable to a good team. And yes, I just cracked the code on male depression. Eat meat, find your people, and be valuable to them, and you'll be way happier in general. But what is the difference between agency and leadership? Agency is autonomous execution. I want to pick up all the plastic in the town I live in. Agency would be going to just do it yourself or hiring all the kids in the neighborhood to do it for you. Leadership is different though. Leadership is saying, I want to clean up all the plastic in my town, and then finding aligned people to do it with, inspiring people to want to clean up the plastic with you. Agency is mobilizing resources effectively to achieve an end, where leadership is mobilizing hearts and minds to do it with you. And for instance, I am leading right now. I'm inspiring you to start a club and build your wolf pack. I know a lot of you have a lot of potential. It is one of the things that has connected us through the interwebs as I speak to other leaders. And one thing I've learned is that the process of going together is how you actually go far. And going together demands collaboration and cooperation with other men and other leaders. And this is the thing that actually softens your ego and teaches you the skills required to grow something beautiful and powerful into the world. If you shoot for the stars, it is your agency, your character, and your friendships that will get you there. So develop all of them to an expert level. And if you don't have highly aligned friends around you, this should be your chief mission, is stop working alone. If you're building a business, for example, if you're an entrepreneur, I would say join a network like mine or use your YouTube channel to filter the world to find highly aligned team members. Because if you're going to work with someone for 5 years, it might as well be someone who has best friend potential, someone who could intertwine their destiny with yours. And yes, that comes with danger, but that is what is required to actually build the tribes, build the relationships, build the brotherhood that will change the world and make our lives feel far more successful in the end. I've created a space for high agency men, for like-minded men to access my network, to collaborate with me personally, and also find the others to work on shared projects with. There's an application down below if this speaks to you, and I think it's high time that we use our businesses, we use our clubs, and we use every means necessary to build brotherhood again and to build tribes. And you can watch this video right here for why brotherhood will change the world. Always has, always will. This is Wisdom Warriors. My name is Christian. Peace.